annual Garden State Film Festival. 200 films from over 14 countries are all going to be airing March 21st to the 24th of this year. I am your host, Emily DeSimone, and I am here with director and producer PJ Bracco of the music video Born to Be Someone. PJ, thank you so much for joining me, and please give our live audience a tidbit about your music video.
Well, first, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Of course, thank you. You as well.
Thank you very much. So, Born to Be Someone, a song by Cameron James, a fantastic artist and a dear friend. We've been working together for quite a while now. He brought this song to me, and I fell in love with it. The subject matter, born to be someone. we all have something inside of us that deserves the right to explore and be something bigger than what we can imagine. We all have an investment in the game of life, and it's a fun song.
It was a fun song. I did listen to it. I loved it. And I think that that's a great message to send out to everyone, especially now that we're all in a time where we can truly express ourselves and we're not
Absolutely.
too scared to do so. So please tell me a bit, PJ, about, your background in directing and producing.
Okay, well, let's see. My background in directing and producing. I started out back in 1997. Jumping into the game with a film called The Court that ran around the festival circuit, made some noise, and since then I've been doing a whole variety of different projects, shorts, commercial stuff, music videos, and recently jumped into the game of teaching, having some fun giving back, teaching high school kids filmmaking and television.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a blast. So I get to bring this real world stuff into the classroom and shake it up a little bit.
How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for a number of years, but most recently, the past year and a half, I've been teaching over at Franklin High School. A little shout out to Franklin.
That's awesome.
Working with their Want to Be program and a fantastic filmmaker, Michael Penix.
So then tell me a bit about, this film. What was it like directing and producing this film?
This was, at first, it was a bit of a challenge. First, it was just a blast. It was a little bit of a challenge just trying to get all those pieces of the puzzle together because it was important to me to get, to try and get a representative of everything across the board, of everyone across the board. Because I wanted to paint that picture. I wanted a full palette. I wanted a rainbow of colors that would show and represent that everyone has a piece in the game. So putting that together initially was tougher than I thought it would be, but then it all kind of fell into place. And the process of putting it together was neat because basically I interviewed each person, and I filmed that interview, and I used moments of those interviews and incorporated that into the music video. Also, I spent a lot of time traveling around New Jersey and some areas of the country, and just kind of grabbed some of that B-roll of my travels to incorporate that into the different areas of life, top to bottom.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a lot of fun taking those travels and exploring and seeing and being able to put that together to paint that picture of equality and substance. So
you were saying a little bit about how, you faced some challenges with this project, and also that this project was a total blast. Can you, maybe talk about, because it seems like you've been doing this now for quite some time, saying that you started
in
2007. Can you maybe talk about something that you went through as a director-producer that was a big challenge for you that perhaps you were able to incorporate in this specific music video film?
One thing was I like to play with colors a lot. Mm-hmm. Right, colors are important, symbolically, metaphorically, and trying to put that into this to represent different layers and different levels of each person and each of their backgrounds. And so I get caught up with things sometimes. I overthink it and try and get somewhere, rather than just kind of sitting back and letting it happen. And then one day I realized, well, wait a second, take the color out and then bring it in slowly to paint that picture. And then when I found that, I broke those frames up into black and white and color, and had that build throughout the music video.
That's awesome. I did notice like a lot of the
different, the transformation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming upon that realization that yes, I can be something. Mm-hmm. It's going from black and white to the palette of colors.
So you were saying that you interviewed. I mean, I watched it. There are other people that are in this that you talk about having interviewed people, so it definitely shows. Where do you find these people that you and everyone that you worked with on this film?
All these people, some of them are in New Jersey, some of them are in different states. I've got everyone from, in terms of careers, everything from a fry chef to someone that works with the UN.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you find these people?
Well, I did a casting call.
Nice. Cool.
And then met some people through Cameron. Mm-hmm. He knew some people. We brought those people on, and it was just kind of pulling from, hey, you want to be involved? Mm-hmm. This is what it's about. So it was piecing people together as we went on our travels.
That's awesome. So, with that said, congratulations on being accepted into the Garden State Film Festival. How did you find us? And is this your first time submitting to the festival? Oh, please tell us more.
It is not my first, which is very exciting to be back. I love the Garden State Film Festival. It's a fantastic forum. It's a fantastic place to meet people, to show films, to see films. It's a great group of people. It's a good family. I came to the film festival originally back in, I think it was 2012. Mm-hmm. With a short film that I made called The Goner. I produced that and acted in that. And then I had a couple of other music videos back then, and I've just been, whether I have a film in the festival or not, I like to go to the festival and watch all the indie films.
So, okay, director, producer, actor, it sounds like you're a man of many hats. Can you talk about which one is your favorite?
Well, the one hat I hate to love the most is being a producer.
Tell me why.
It's just a lot. Mm-hmm. It's a lot, making all that happen, all that. It's a huge responsibility of carrying everything forward and making sure that it gets done, it gets completed the right way with all those pieces in place. I love it because when you're done, you get to look back and say, wow, I made that. And it's, for better or for worse, when you get through to the other side, it's a major accomplishment. Whether you're doing a micro short or a feature film, it's a major accomplishment. So the stress of that journey there it is, the stress of the journey. But I enjoy being an actor. I love being an actor, being able to jump into someone else's shoes and live that life and go through that journey, lose myself and have someone else worry about all the other aspects of making that film or producing a play. I love that transformation. Creating the story visually, I love that aspect as well. I love to paint those pictures and bring you through the journey of whatever's in my head. So there's so many aspects of it that I really enjoy. It's hard to pinpoint exactly which one. Right now, I really love helping my students realize those aspects of their lives and the craft.
And how do you like teaching? What would you say you bring into the classroom?
I love it. I'm having a blast. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of things I've done over the years, and now I get to just sit back and play in the studio with a bunch of really cool, talented, and creative students.
And so, I mean, and I guess you're the perfect person to ask because you teach, you teach people, students that are just starting out, just beginning out. What is your favorite thing to teach them as they are just dipping their toes into the water?
I love teaching them to take risks, that there are no wrong answers. Just take a stab at it. And if you make a mistake, all right, we all make mistakes. You'll learn. You'll fix it next time. And everyone has a story to tell, which is really a major part of Born to Be Someone. Everyone has a story to tell. And everyone tells their story differently. Everyone sees life differently. Perspective is a huge thing. I love teaching them how to be able to form that idea and that journey and that story into making an empathetic connection with the audience. Transforming that into that visual element, and watching them realize that they can do it.
I mean, as someone that took TV editing in high school myself, and then being able to be in this realm afterwards, it's definitely like such a beautiful world, such a creative
It really is.
imagination times a million, just this great place to be. So, do you have any future plans for Born to Be Someone?
It's been running around the festival circuit, which is very exciting. Cameron's got that. He's putting that out. He has put that out. There's a new album coming out soon. We've got another music video that's going to be dropped on the 8th. We're actually in the process of talking about putting several more together.
That's awesome.
And we're in the process of co-writing a feature film.
Ooh, that's awesome.
So we have a few things. Cameron's a great guy. He's been a great partner. We have a lot of fun.
And how long have you known Cameron?
I want to say 2011.
A good chunk of time.
Yeah, I filmed a music video for him. I directed a music video for him a bunch of years ago, and we hadn't seen each other a while after that. And then he brought something else back to me, and then there was a break, and then something else, and then Afterlife was a music video that premiered at the Garden State Film Festival. I'm trying to remember what year that was. But yeah, so then he came back to me right before COVID happened with a trilogy of stuff, and then we got shut down.
COVID did that, yeah.
Yeah, COVID did that. And I was like, oh no, what do I do now? I have to finish this music video. And we got that done, and then that premiered at Garden State a couple of years ago.
Well,
you rescued me.
No, that's awesome. I so appreciate you joining me today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You guys, you can check out Born to Be Someone at the Cranford Theater on Saturday, March 23rd during the 12 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. block. PJ, I hope to see you at the Garden State Film Festival this year, where there are 200 films screening across 8 venues, including hosting parties, panels, events, and more. Guys, get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. I'm your host, Emily DeSimone, and PJ, thank you again so much for joining me.
Emily, thank you so much. Take care. Looking forward to seeing you.
Looking forward to seeing you.
Right.